What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's Wednesday evening here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out in the beer shed, so you know what that means. WTF Wednesday. For those of you who may be new to the program, WTF Wednesday is the one day a week when I showcase beers that I normally wouldn't drink on this program. So sometimes that means I drink stuff from the macro breweries like Bud, Miller, and Coors. Sometimes I drink stuff from microbreweries. It's maybe a little bit out of the norm. So a while back I did one from Ernest Brewing. It was like a beer wine hybrid. And today I have on offer Earthquake High Gravity Lager. And this is by Drink Four Brewing Company out of LaCrosse, Wisconsin. Just recently, I don't know, for those of you who follow the beer trends and news, you may have seen that there were a number of beers being pulled. Most of them were these kind of economy lines that tend to be high ABV, low price. I think Natty Edge or some of those type things are being pulled. I figured maybe I'll jump in and do one of those beers before they're gone. I know the original Steel Reserve got yanked and some others. Now, what was interesting, when I saw this, I had no clue what it was, never heard of this beer in my life. Grabbed it, came home, did a little bit of research, and it appears that Drink Four Brewing Company is the same folks that bought us Four Loko. So, with that in mind, I'm a bit intrigued, and I don't know, I'm not sure what this is going to be like, but it's WTF Wednesday, so I guess it is to be expected. It's a bit weird. This one comes in at a whopping 10% ABV. I've had 10% ABV beers before. They tend to be kind of Belgian or Trappist beers, stuff like that. So the 10% is not completely out of the norm. I've had beers with that ABV. But usually when you're dealing with these cheaper beers with the high ABV, they're not that great. So we'll give this one a shot and see what it's like. This was, like I said, out of LaCrosse, Wisconsin was where they had it billed on the can. Ratings-wise, doesn't do great, not surprisingly. On Untapped, at a 1.74. I'm spilling this crap everywhere. Make it worse. 1.74 with about 2,500 check-ins. On Beer Advocate, oddly, it did better with a 2.55. If you want to have some fun, go read the reviews on Beer Advocate on this beer. They range from kind of the ridiculous and absurd to those praising it as a very good cheap beer. So that's, is what it is. So let's get on this before the head completely disappears. Color-wise, I'll go to my SRM chart. This is probably pale straw. This is honestly just kind of yellow. There's a fair amount of carbonation in there. A lot of bubbles. They look kind of small, almost like champagne bubbles. The head was fleeting. It looked like kind of, maybe it might have been about a finger's worth or half a finger's worth when I poured it. But it was like a fart in the wind. It disappeared. Yeah, it's kind of what I expected visually. Nothing too crazy or unexpected here. Let's give it a sniff. It smells sweet. Most of these like adjunct style beers are done with corn, so they always have that sweet smell to them. And this has the same. It's something. It almost comes off as like an appley type smell. It doesn't smell terrible. I thought it was going to smell worse. A lot of times when you get those super high ABV kind of sweet adjunct crappy beers, to me they have like a gross stomach bile kind of smell and taste. And the smell on this one isn't as bad as I expected. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Shit. It almost tastes like a cider. Light bodied, but the taste, it almost tastes like apple, but super cloyingly sweet apple, with then a really hard, funky alcohol edge at the back. You might get a slight bit of caramel in there with that, that grainy, high ABV kind of corn taste. And it does have a almost like cider quality to it, which is kind of odd. I don't usually pick up that apple type taste with, these kind of high ABV kind of junk beers, but that definitely has it in this. Like I said, ratings not too great, 174, 255, and overall a 68 of poor on Beer Advocate. I would agree with that assessment. This certainly isn't the worst thing that I've ever had in my life, but I don't think that I would drink another one. Now, it's kind of odd. I've drank some crappy beers in my life when I was a young man. You're in college or you don't have a bunch of cash on you and you just kind of buy whatever you can get for a buck or two. So I've had plenty of ice houses and, I drink Mickey's or other kind of cheaper beers like that from time to time. Mickey's I actually kind of enjoy. But this one I don't think would make the cut for me. So it would be a thumbs down. So Earthquake High Gravity Lager from Drink Four Brewing out of LaCrosse. Not today. I'm sure this is for somebody, but it's not just me. Hopefully, if you like the video, you give me a thumbs up. Also, if you like the video, please hit subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you tried the Earthquake High Gravity Lager? If so, let me know what you think of it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think it has a big-time cider taste to it, which is a bit odd. So, hey, till next time, cheers.